Hello, chat. Let me reset this. Hiya! My foot's drifting, I can see it. Hiya! I got apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. I do have tissues. I got a box right here. I bought new boxes of tissues. My tummy hurting. Oh, this is one of the ones that has the problem. It's fine. It's fine. That's a good idea. My horns. It's got there's 2 sets of horns on the model because I copy pasted something. Yeah, there's Z fighting because I copy pasted something to this model. Yeah. How stretchy did I make these? Must have added the stretch factor. I don't think horns shed like that. Horns, if they shed, they fall off. Thankfully, cord doesn't have that problem. Oh, well, they're not antlers, though. They're not covered in skin. Yeah. I don't know if I want to sit down. Let's probably sit down. We'll sit down. Yeah, we're just waiting for Scarlet. Do I have double hair too? No. Do I have one that I already fixed? I thought I fixed this problem. I also just wear comfy cord because comfy cord doesn't have the problem. Don't bother me. We'll sit. Here. I gotta do the reset avatar. And then I'm chillaxing. I don't know why this leg will bend, but this one won't. My full body is wonky. Well, you're back with dinner. Hello. Yeah. Especially because the door is open. Yeah. There's Scarlet. You can't actually jump over it because it's got a mirror. It's also a mirror here. Yee. House call today. Because Cord doesn't feel very comfy in their office. Their office is not comfy. Cord also has cryptic, never turn on the big light. She's got a bunch of lamps and little lights. But she never turns on the big light. No. Cord could not self-diagnose. Cord doesn't have enough knowledge. Hello, Scarlet.
I feel all shiny.
Yes, it's very shiny here. The post-processing.
I'm looking at the side of my jacket. It's just all shiny.
It's all shiny.
It's perfect.
Okay.
We're both dragons. It's shiny. It works.
So this is in Jalis City, which is a fairly average city. Pretty regular.
Which is good. You know.
Pretty regular, low crime.
Not fond of Zafira.
Yeah, it's pretty average, no crime or low crime, not no crime. Nothing too crazy, I don't think.
Good. She likes that. Immer likes that.
Yeah. Cord has an apartment in Zafira. Amber would not like that apartment.
No, probably
Because
not.
that's the apartment she's had since she was like 14, 15?
Yeah.
And that's the really like to give you a sense of scale, it's like maybe from here to here and then a bathroom.
Yes.
And
the depressing apartment.
And it's literally the cheapest apartment you could find.
Yeah.
Because it's so ratty and terrible that they wouldn't question that she was underage.
Yeah, exactly.
She could afford better at the time. She could afford way better. Anyways.
Yeah, but it's like
I need to update this map.
You can afford to eat.
I need to update this map. It needs to be prettier. It needs more stuff. It needs more FNAF posters. It doesn't have any. I only have a Godzilla poster.
You know what? I understand that.
That's all I have.
More FNAF posters if there are none.
Yeah, and it needs like a Squishmallow, maybe? Maybe 2 Squishmallows? Yeah, more stuffies. Anyways, I'm ready to start whenever you are. Skull might be joining later as Kleptus, but we don't need to worry about that right now.
That works. I have the AC running, so I am comfortable now.
Hoggers! Let me know whenever you're ready. You can start over here. And I'll be over here.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. 3, a 2, a 1.
Hello. This was definitely a lot nicer place than I was expecting. I was, sort of expecting,
Zafira
standards of just crime rampant everywhere.
No. I stopped living there during the Tsarist Wars. The second one. I stay here like maybe half the time. I kind of couch hop for the most part.
Definitely a valid strategy.
Yeah. Anyways, you can sit wherever you want, I guess. There's couches and there's like a chair out there. The bed, froggy chair, beanbag, weird chair.
Where would you like to sit?
I sit everywhere.
Yes, but where would you like to sit for this?
Uh,
Where's most comfortable for you?
Guess I'll sit over here. There's not like multiple chairs is the problem. So I'll just sit here and you can sit on the bed.
I mean, I can just take a seat on the floor. I'm not particular.
It's up to you. You can wink wink
more than
move
happy
that
anywhere.
beanbag. Haha, wink wink. So I still don't know how this works.
Well, we've already had the first session, which sort of gave me a rough overview of everything that you've gone through and the struggles that you currently have. So I would say we can either start with the current issues you are facing and the difficulties that lie therein, or we can sort of start at the beginning with all of the trauma that came from your childhood.
I guess what's like the thing to do? I don't. All of it's kind of equally terrible, so I don't have like a preference, I guess.
Yes, all of it does seem kind of equally terrible, although some of it does seem to all coalesce into a lot of the trauma that you had as a child. That might be a good place to start.
Okay.
Because if we can work through some of that, it may help to alleviate some of the current issues, or at least put a small dent in them. Not
Okay.
necessarily fix them. At least not yet. That's going to take time. Your childhood was not an easy one by any value or standards. You are probably one of the, to be bluntly about it, probably one of the most traumatic childhood experiences that I have had to listen about.
I mean, at least I'm setting records.
I suppose yes, you are. I do feel that a lot of that trauma that you did have to endure has left a rather long-lasting amount of damage, both probably physically and emotionally.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. A lot of my scars still hurt. I know they shouldn't, but they do. I've tried pain medicine and it doesn't really do much. And I can't take it anymore, so.
Yeah, those types of pains are not really something that, normal pain medicine can help with. Yeah, sort of in the same way that, you've lost your hand there, and now Umbra's provided you with a new one. Or when someone else loses a limb, there's that phantom sense, that phantom feeling that it's still there, and sometimes the associated pain that comes with it. Essentially the same for your scars. Even though the damage has long since been done, the pain can still come back.
Is there anything I can do about it?
Well, hopefully by being able to work through, uh, at least today, some of the traumas and memories and damages that have been done, the pain might lessen, the pain might become less frequent. I don't expect them to go away after today, but I would hope that perhaps there will be some improvement.
Okay.
I know it's probably tough to have to recall it again, but what would you say is the most traumatic part of your childhood growing up? What stands out the most as being, well, the worst?
It's kind of a hard question, I guess.
Yeah, I don't expect it to be an easy one to answer.
Mm. I guess maybe being pulled away from my mom, my birth mom. At least then I had some kind of safety net, even if it was a mostly useless one. Everything kind of just got worse after that.
When they pulled you away from your mother, were you ever able to see her again after that? Or did they always just keep you apart? They always kept you apart.
I haven't. I didn't see her since I was 6 years old. I don't even remember what her face looks like anymore. mean, I know she looks like a naiad, but that's kind of it. I know she had blue hair like mine. I don't think I look very much like her, though, so that doesn't really help.
Was it, uh, when they took you away, I assume it was probably rather violent and forceful. Not something that was easy.
That was kind of normal, I guess. I think she fought more than normal that time to try and keep them from taking me, but I was so broken by that point. I didn't really put up that much of a fight. I guess I kind of regret that now.
Not putting up more of a fight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel like it would have made any more of a difference if you had?
Not really.
Just less guilt?
Maybe. I thought at the time it was just gonna be the same routine. I mean, I got ripped away from her so many times. Just, that was the last time. I guess she figured that out before I did.
What would happen with the times before?
Usually I either got taken by or to my father.
And what would your father do at that point?
Hurt me.
Is there any particular reason why?
Nothing that I know. At least nothing that I understood. I don't know if he just thought it was fun or he wanted to make me more malleable. But that's what it always was. Sometimes it was to scream at me, to beat me, other stuff.
What kind of other stuff?
I I mentioned it a little bit at the end of last time. I didn't. I didn't know what it was until now, I guess. Um, he touched me, used me. Everything he did to my mom, he did to me.
Was it something that he did every time that he took you, or was it just every few times?
Yeah. Getting beat up was more common. Sometimes he'd try to, and I'd put up a fight and he'd give up. Just beat me instead.
So he wanted power over you and your mother.
Yeah, I think so. He wanted me to think I was nothing. And that's what I
Wanted
thought
you
for
to be,
a long time.
yeah. He wanted you to be subservient to it, to listen to what he wanted you to do.
Yeah.
That's probably why every time you fought back when he would try and do that, he would just beat you instead, because you weren't being subservient enough.
Even when I listened to him, or I was, if I did what he wanted, he still beat me up. He still hurt me.
Probably to make sure that you would stay that way. That's a pretty deep and dark pit to have to crawl out of, especially on your own.
Yeah. Every time I've thought I hit rock bottom, I kept figuring out that there's a basement. Miku! In a second, I think my phone's going off. Shut up. I know it's 9 o'clock. Shut up.
What was it that kept you going? What was it that kept you from just giving up on everything?
At first it was my mom. And then I did give up. I was nothing. They kept me alive because I had to be. So if I didn't eat, I was forced to. So I stopped feeling anything. I think for years I can't even remember what I did. I know a lot of the same stuff happened, but I don't remember it. I have scars that I don't know where they came from. I know where most of them came from, but some of them I have no idea.
It's not an uncommon thing to have a mind sort of compartmentalize extremely traumatic events so that way we don't remember them. Usually it's for a very good reason. Which is probably what happened in your case.
I still get like that sometimes. I disconnect. Mostly when I just can't handle something. Now at least Umbra can
not
kind of
uncommon.
take over and make sure I eat and stuff like that. But before, I was kind of just at the mercy of whoever was somewhat taking care of me.
It's a very common thing to happen, especially with individuals who experience very traumatic childhoods. Sort of, uh, you know, dissociation, sort of just letting go of the wheel, in a sense. And letting, something else take over.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon, but unfortunately it's also not exactly something that is able to be fixed. All that can happen is just to make it easier to cope with. Although in your case with Umbra, you're already very well taken care of in that regard.
Yeah. I there's a couple people that can kind of break me out of it now too. Percy and Kleptus help a lot.
That's good. It's good to have, personal support and anchors to help pull you back from that. Do you remember that moment when you stopped feeling? When you went from having your mother as a reason to keep going to having nothing?
I think it was a few days after the siege. I didn't realize. I had no idea what I had done, to be fair. I didn't see any of the fighting. I saw weapons and I knew something would happen, but I think I realized I wasn't going back to my mom. And I realized even though I was outside, I was still going to be put back in a cage. I saw flowers the first time that day. Um, the echo flowers. But I saw all of them die. They were trampled over by the dragons. And all the screaming killed them too. They can't handle too much noise.
Yes, I remember being told that on my tour of the cathedral.
Yeah.
If I remember, there's a few in the garden.
There's not a whole lot left of those either.
Do you remember when you started feeling again? When you started to have a reason to try again?
I started to feel something after Aegis saved me. Mostly, I was scared at first. Everything was different. I was being given things. I wasn't in a cage. I didn't have chains anymore. Then I started to just feel everything. And I kept getting overwhelmed again. I don't think I smiled for a while. I think that came at some point when I started working for the Lotus. Not immediately, but finding out I had a sister and starting to figure things out, I guess. The promise that we would go back and try to find my mom. That obviously didn't really go as planned, but you know. It felt like something. I was still mostly scared and sad all the time, but there was something. I think then I still kind of thought everyone was going to hurt me. At least that was my first assumption. Instinctually, even people I knew weren't going to hurt me. I,
Understandable.
yeah. I pretty much freaked out anytime anyone tried to touch me or get too close. Until eventually, I had corona. Then I started feeling better. She made me think of my mom. I started to feel safe.
when you finally were able to live with Corona and sort of have her as a new parental figure, what started to change? What started to bring you back towards feeling more comfortable with, other people around, feeling a little bit safer, things like that? What all was there that helped?
I had night terrors, and sometimes I just got freaked out by Barton, or I just stayed with her because it was convenient. I was tired or stuff like that. Um, she would sit with me when I would wake up and sing, or at least hum, and get me back to sleep. I still had night terrors, but I didn't feel alone. I was hopeful at that point. And I guess a lot of people tried to make me feel safe.
Did any of them come as close as Corona did?
I think one did. It still does in some ways. Um, his name was Hound. Um, he had the position I have now at the Lotus. Um, he was the security head. When I was learning from Corona, I eventually moved from bar staff to try and start learning security, and he was like my mentor. He wasn't, he never pushed me. He never tried to make me think he was family, or never touched me when I didn't want to be touched. And no matter how much I got angry or frustrated, he stuck around. He's gone now, but there's someone who kind of reminds me of him now. He never was the same as Corona, but I think he helped me stay sane, I guess. Somewhat. He tried to help me when I had problems.
Did you ever see or feel that Corona was I don't want to say a replacement for your mother, because no one can ever replace a parent. But did you ever feel that Corona sort of filled in a bit of that missing piece?
Yeah. I called her mom. The first time I did, she was so happy about it. Anytime I willingly gave her really any affection, she was happy about it. She'd kind of push me for affection sometimes, but not. She knew when she was going too far, or when it was a bad time to try. We kind of had ups and downs at first, but she didn't give up on me. I think at some points I felt guilty because I wanted. I didn't know if it was okay to be happy when I knew my mom was still there. And then even worse when I knew she was gone.
I don't necessarily want to speak on her behalf, but as long as I've been alive, I think the one thing that a parent strives for most is to make sure that their child is happy.
I don't I don't think she'd be upset that I was happy now. But I don't know if by the end of it if she really cared about me anymore. If she resented me. When we went back and we found out she was gone, there weren't any messages or there wasn't anything for me. There was this person. She was in the cell next to hers, or across from hers. Apparently, they talked, and she had a message for Noru, but she didn't. There wasn't anything about me. I don't. I don't know if in the end of it, if she maybe she just fought for me because that was all she had. And when I was gone, maybe she just wanted her real family back. But I don't know. She went through so much just for me to exist. So many of what I do considered siblings that didn't even have a chance to have a name. Or if they did have any, none that anyone will ever know.
Okay. Do you think that if she didn't care, she wouldn't have fought so hard to try and protect you?
I don't know.
She fought to protect you because she cared. I don't think she resented you or anything. Do you know how many of these siblings that never got to have a name ever existed?
There's an exact number in a book somewhere, but I know it's more than 10. Or somewhere around there. He needed he needed to get lucky to have the exact affinities that I have. none of them would have been able to use the relic. So they weren't of any worth to him.
I don't think any of that is necessarily your fault, though.
I Logically speaking, I know that.
It's still hard, though.
I didn't. I know there's nothing I could have done because I didn't even exist yet. But knowing how much pain I caused before I even existed, just for me to exist. For the brief period before I came to you, Umbra was having some trouble of her own, and she wasn't, I guess, regulating my emotions or my sleep anymore. And I had night terrors again. I I was barely sleeping, and I started to see them around every corner. What I thought they could look like. They weren't they weren't in my night terrors, but it was like they were real. I felt him staring at me, even even though I knew he wasn't there. Percy had to chase me through the streets at some point because I freaked out.
It's all RP. It's all role play. This is a character. Hi, my name is Ribbon. This character is named Court. Yeah, I'm really good at it. I'm very good at method acting.
When you have the night terrors, is it always of the time when you were a child?
It's always him. It's not the exact same every time, but it's like fractured memories. They feel real. I normally don't wake up from them until either someone wakes me up or maybe I hear something and it wakes me up. I think the only reason that I don't have them consistently anymore is because of Umbra. She changes my dreams, I guess. She she regulates everything.
I think it's important to remember that your father isn't here to hurt you anymore.
I I know he's not. But those moments, I can't tell the reality from the memories.
A lot of that will come down to the trauma that he caused you as a child. Subconsciously, deep in the back of your mind, there's still the fear that what if he comes back?
I
What if someone else shows up to take that place?
I still don't know for sure that he's dead. I know everything that happened in that fight. He should be. But something took his body. And you know the fucking cosmic rule, if you don't see a body, it's not dead. So I don't know. if one day when I see his face, it's not going to just be a dream or some fucking hallucination. And I know even if he showed up, I'm strong enough now. I could fight back.
Yes, and you have friends and allies that will help you.
I don't want to accept it, but I think he really did break me. I don't know if during that fight, if I hadn't disconnected, if I didn't lose my emotions when I figured out my mom was dead, if I would have actually been able to fight him. Or if I would have just been so angry that I fucked up in fighting.
I think if he had truly broken you, I don't believe that you would be sitting here today talking with me. The fact that you and I are here is more than proof enough for me in what I do to know that he did not break you, at least not to a full extent.
I got this.
Not exactly here to interrupt. Just make sure I got here.
At least he got back safe.
Have you ever seen those ceramic bowls or pots that have cracks filled with different metals to be put back together?
Yeah.
That's exactly how I view people. We all have little chips and cracks, but that doesn't mean we are broken and unusable. That doesn't mean that we cannot be fixed.
I think that's where I'm starting to be now. I think I'm for a long time, I've been desperately trying to put the pieces back together. And I think they're maybe finally starting to stick.
I think that the pieces are there, and they just need to be carefully put back into place. And using that beautiful inlays of precious metals, completed and put back whole again. It's a delicate process, and it does take time, but the end results are always the most beautiful.
And just talking, that's how I get there.
It'll be more than just talking. There will be things that you need to do. And it depends on, what that specific piece may require.
So what's the first one then?
I would say the childhood traumas and the damages that your father have caused are going to make up quite a few of those pieces.
Yeah, probably a lot of them.
Your father sought control, which turned him into, by no small means, a monster. The things that he did to you and your mother and everyone else, the Naiads, anyone who was, I guess, caught on his bad side. None of it is excusable.
I know that. I I don't know how to fix that. It doesn't go away.
It's not something that's easy to make go away, and it may not ever fully go away. The night terrors that you still have are proof of that. The things he has done has left a very strong and long-lasting impression on you. Your father didn't do those things because not because he wanted power over everything, but because he was afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of the naiads, perhaps? Afraid of the powers or the magics that they might have had. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't I don't know that he everything
In my
he put me
experience, you don't
through.
exactly just destroy something. You
It
don't destroy
wasn't
something because you want to. You destroy something because you're afraid of what they might do to you. Or what they might have against you.
destroying them and making me. It was all a part of some plan that he didn't make. And he deviated from that.
How did he deviate from it?
I found the same day I found out about the others. I found a letter that it was from a woman. The first one I found was towards him. It was documentation, I guess, that she had visited my mother before and me. I don't remember anything about her, but she tried to get custody of me, and she couldn't. Then it was something where she was talking to me directly. She said that what he put me through wasn't part of their plan. He was supposed to make me a soldier make me I was supposed to be important. I don't know that I would have wanted that either, but he wasn't supposed to hurt me. I don't think he did it because he was scared. I think he did it because he wanted to. I'll never know that for sure, but I don't think I scared him.
I don't know if that's entirely the case, if that's what you were supposed to be and that's what he ended up doing.
I don't know.
At least from all of the context that I have, currently anyway. Why do you think you still get the night terrors occasionally? If Umbra were to stop, why do you think you would still get them?
I don't know. If I knew that, I probably wouldn't be coming to you.
Maybe.
I don't know why I can't get over any of this. I know I'm not there anymore, and I know I'm never going to be again. Even if somehow I did, I know I wouldn't be there long. Or in any situation like that. Logically, I know that. But it doesn't go away. I'm I've smiled more in the past few months than I have almost my entire life. But this doesn't go away.
Something about something about your past and your childhood still has a hold. And that's what we need to figure out is exactly it is.
until talking to Kleptis about it. I've never really fully talked to anyone. I always thought everybody just knew. I thought they saw my scars. Or I thought they'd heard from people who knew. Because there were people who knew that I never told them. Maybe someone talked to them who was there, or some of them figured it out from how I reacted. But I never really talked to anyone. I just tried to forget it. And I couldn't. Once I did forget it. Before me and Umbra. Before Umbra was more calm. We made a deal once, and I didn't remember anything that happened. I thought Corona was my mom. It didn't last very long, but I tried. It's only really after I saw things that weren't there that I figured I probably needed to talk about it more than just telling Kleptis. More than just telling anybody.
That's the best place to start, is to talk about it with someone. With something like what you've gone through, trying to forget it is like trying to put a band-aid on an amputation. It's not really going to do anything.
I don't know, Hello Kitty Band-Aids are pretty powerful. That's a joke. There's Niffy.
I think if we can work through everything that happened in your childhood, we may be able to find out what moments, what actions, and what feelings have caused all of this to continue to have an effect on you today.
Maybe.
There is definitely something there that still has a hold. That's still causing the night terrors and anything else. That is the tip of the proverbial iceberg, so to speak. If we can find out where it starts, and then we can work our way down and hopefully find some solutions.
And I guess being born doesn't count as that tip.
No, I would not consider being born as the tip of the iceberg.
So I think that's when everything started.
Yes, I would definitely agree. However, regretting being born because of everything that's happened isn't exactly a way to deal with everything.
You don't. I don't know that I do anymore. I feel guilty for it. If there was some way none of that could have happened. I guess I still don't know that I would give up what I have now. I've had that chance before.
What things do you feel guilty about in regards to your past, your childhood?
Everything I didn't have control over.
The things that happened to you, the things that happened to your mother,
I don't
the
feel
things that happened to
guilty
all
for what
others.
happened to me. I couldn't have done anything to stop that. I know that. But I guess emotionally I know that too, but the ones who didn't have a chance, my mother, the majority of the Naiad race. Everyone he hurt either to get me or because he was able to use me. I know that's not my fault. But in some small way, I feel responsible. Because without me, none of, at least half of that, never could have happened. Logically, I know if it wasn't me, it would have been some other. He would have kept trying. If it wasn't my mom, it would have been someone else. I know that. But that's not what I feel. What I know and what I feel is different. And that makes me frustrated and sad and angry, and I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about any of this. Everything I've had done before just led to people I cared about getting hurt. Or more people leaving me.
Nothing can be done about any of it because it's in the past currently. And that's something you and everyone else have to deal with. As awful as it is to say. We can't just go back and change the past.
I know I can't.
Even if we want to.
I know that's not the core problem.
I don't think there's any one core problem to any of it, from the sounds of it.
Then how are we supposed to find this tip? Unless it's a really
By
fucking
working through.
lopsided
Yeah,
iceberg.
could be. It might just well be. I don't think there was any one thing in your past that is the sole cause. I think the things your father did played a very large role in all of them.
So what do I do?
I think the place to start is probably working through why your father still has such a hold on your emotion of everything that happened. We have to I mean there's no easy way to put it or to explain it, but we have to take this man, this monster that seemed to have all of this power, and strip it away.
I don't know how to do that when I I am the reminder of him. I've always looked more like him. Once I hit puberty, it was just worse. At least that's all I can assume, unless my mom just had a really similar face. And even if it wasn't for that, all I have to do is look at my wrists, look at my ankles, have someone gasp when they see my back. I can look anywhere and see every mark he left on me. And then at night, I get to have night terrors of when I got those. I get to relive all of it. The second,
From everything that you have told me, and having met with you twice now, I look at you and I don't feel that there is any resemblance to your father, except perhaps maybe physically. You are not your father.
I know I'm not.
And listening to you, I don't feel like you would ever do anything that your father would have done to another person. At least not willfully. You may look similar, but you are not the same as your father. Not in the slightest.
It's still a reminder of everything he did to me. I can't change any of that. I can't get rid
No.
of any of those reminders. I can't get rid of the can't get rid of the scars. I can't get rid of that resemblance. I can't get rid of the pain. Sometimes I can still feel the skin peeling off my back. I can't change that.
That's not something to change, that's trauma. It's not something to change, it is something to work through and help come to terms with and cope with.
I just want to be happy. I have so much to be happy about.
You do.
But every time I crawl out of that pit, at some point I just get sent spiraling back into it.
Then we sit there and we work together. And we slowly work on filling in that pit, one little pile of dirt at a time.
I just don't want to have to keep doing this. I don't want to have to keep explaining to people that I don't. If they touch me, that I'm going to freak out. Because if it's the wrong day, then it'll just send me into a fucking spiral. And I don't want the people that I care about to have to dig me out of that hole. God fucking forbid they end up accidentally causing it. Because I just have a bad day. This is what my mom had to put up with. I'd be fine one day, and the next day, she'd try to touch my head, and I'd fucking scream. It's not like I don't want people to touch me. I just don't want to be scared. I don't want to push anybody away.
better knowing the cause now, I can different things that we can do to start making
Sorry
that
for the
easier.
gross noises, chat.
How do we start that?
Well, it's not an easy way to start it, considering the trauma that caused it. The things your father did to, use you have caused quite a bit of damage. It's not an easy thing for me to sit here and think about that sort of experience. I can't begin to imagine the emotions that you had to go through.
I don't know that there's really an exact way to describe that.
No, there probably isn't.
At least not any kind of way that I would know how to. I mean, I can list off the names of the emotions, but that's not the same. Saying you're scared of something doesn't have the it doesn't show any of the real terror that you've experienced. I could show you my scars, but they don't they don't compare to living it. Without any context of that feeling, everybody just thinks they look cool. Maybe a few people end up thinking about it and realizing that that's a problem.
Someone that has not only violated but completely destroyed that level of trust and comfort and safety. It takes a lot of time and patience to be able to create that level of trust and comfort with someone. And it can, it can be anyone. It can be Kleptis, it can be anyone at the Lotus, it could be me, it could be anyone at Aegis.
For so long, every time I've gotten close to feeling that trust, I lose them. They die or they leave. I'm trying not to be scared of that. I'm trying really hard.
I know you are.
It's okay to be afraid to allow that level of trust. Especially with everything that you have gone through. It's hard. It's not an easy thing when you start to have to build up trust with someone again and then they die or they leave and then you feel like it was all for nothing, perhaps. It's okay to be afraid to allow that level of trust in someone that's new. It's okay to allow that level of trust to build up slowly. In your case, that's probably on the better side of things to do. I don't expect you to trust me all that easily. In your case, trust is something that is extremely important because of how many times it was taken or destroyed.
It's at least definitely worth a lot when I have it. I, when I have somebody that makes me feel safe like that again. It's all that matters to me. Having that now is everything.
Is that what helps you when you finally get to smile again? Those people that make you feel that level of safe and comfort, that you can have that chance to finally let the walls down a bit.
Knowing that even for a second, maybe not even knowing, but just feeling that couple of minutes where not every single part of my body is tense. Where for just a minute I don't think something bad could happen. That's why I can smile. why it's not just fake.
You've spent almost your entire life living in this survival mode. So having those people in your life where you can turn that off and finally just live is massive. I think that's probably what we need to work on, is to help you be able to turn off survival mode.
Okay. So what?
We just need to figure out what to do.
That's what I was gonna ask. What do I do until next time when you figure out something?
I think what you should do is spend time with those people that allow you to turn off that survival mode. Spend time with them. Use it as time to relax and just live and to be happy.
Okay.
I know that the sessions that we have are not easy, and they are probably very draining. So that's what I want you to do, is to use the time between now and the next time that we get to talk to just live and be happy.
I'll try. guess, I'll message you later or something to figure out when you want to do this again, or you can just tell me when you figured something out.
Yeah, I can do that. I can let you know whenever I've figured out a few things to help you.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Let me think. Um, there was the thing that I said I was going to give you. But probably better if I stand up for that.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
better for you as well. Don't worry, it's not physical contact.
I mean, I would hope that you would know that that doesn't really work very well.
Yes. Need to remember which pocket I had it in. I know it's not exactly the most appropriate, but it is a symbol of both mine and my wife that we will do our best to stay and help you for as long as you need it. That we are not just going to disappear. She's going to hold out a red dragon scale.
Thank you.
Not necessarily the same as you, but I also am part dragon.
I know there's not really. There's not really anybody like me. You.
I'm not entirely sure if there's any like me either.
Dragons are as close as I think I'll ever get.
Her name is Eva, by the way, short for Evangeline. She likes your horns, by the way.
Thanks. I hit people with them. They work pretty well for that.
I bet they do. I hope to have some things that may help with some of your past traumas and some of the things that we can work on. I can't guarantee soon, but in a hopefully reasonably short time frame.
Okay. I'll, just keep trying till then.
That's all I ask, is that you try.
Okay. If that's everything, I think
Yes, that's everything.
okay.
You take care of her and make sure she stays happy.
I will continue to do so.
I'll see you next time.
Yes. I should get back then.
Have a good space time.
Yes. Still not used to actually being, upside down and looking up at this. That still freaks me out. I'm used to this. I'm not used to that.
Yeah. I'll show you the. I mean, you know the way out. It's not like there's
I
a
do, yes.
complex layout here.
No.
Kind of just
And
mostly one room.
yes, and this city is a lot nicer. Oh, I feel less
There's a much lower
less
chance you're
concerned.
gonna get stabbed when you walk out the door.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yes, just trust in me that I will do what I can.
Oh, I'll try.
Until next time.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, you got through the second round, at least.
Mm-mm. Yeah. I don't know that this time was any easier.
It's probably not gonna get it any easier for a while.
At least I'm not alone.
You won't be.
Did you see anything or feel anything else trying to get back from the shop today?
No, I stayed there most of the day, and I only left to come see you here. I didn't feel or see anything on my way.
Okay. We'll figure out whatever that is eventually.
I know.
I'll punch it.
Sure, I'll point you in the direction.
Yeah. I'll do the fog door trick.
Well, let me. Let me grab Belle, because I put her down in one of the other rooms. I didn't want her to hear your stuff.
I hope she's not mad about being alone.
I think she understands, and she can complain whenever. You want to relax for a bit? I was gonna head to Dragonspire, but I think I'll just send Apple there instead. And decompress a bit.
That'd be nice.
Alright. Well, I guess into your makeshift horde here.
It's a very small percentage. I need to take you to the rest of it at some point. It's it's in the den. Thank you.
Of course, my pearl.
Bippity boopity.
Yeah.
Wee 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 wee.
You get a very cuddly cord today.
Yeah, nice.
Cryptus will experience the full wrath of a very sad cuddly cord.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah. Oh, Dave.
Well, this didn't go too bad, honestly.
No,
It could have
it-
been.
it went fairly well for the second time.
Yeah. Where's my.
Yeah.
There it is. Ah!
Yeah. There's always been hints of it. I've left hints of it, and she talked a little baby bit about it at last session, but it was much more obvious.
Creatura.
It returns doing Dragon's Fire.
Is it?
Okay. I don't know. I'm checking.
Normally is.
Yeah, it usually is, but I'm just making sure, because sometimes it's, yeah, it isn't.
Squeezy.
Where is the hern? There he is. I always look for blue, but he's not. His picture is not very blue anymore.
He's purple now.
He's purple now. He's purple picture. Always look for blue. It's not blue.
The fluffy Gengar.
I need to turn off body for him.
I think full body works relatively well for the bean.
Purple guy.
Floof.
Yeah, it just doesn't work for this one because it's still like a public
Ah.
one, and Mary hasn't made the.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Alright, I got my invite.
I got mine. Whee!
That's true, there's no outlets. Probably a little bit. Look crunchy. So how are you guys doing? You doing okay now? That one was a lot. Sad lore.
It's 19 minutes.
And before he
Understood,
takes like
Captain.
15 minutes to load in.
Oh, my eyes! I'm going.
A great 3 hours. Oh
Oh
no.
my god, they're little guys.
Alright, time to get going.
Unauthorized fucking thing on the premises. Wait, hold on. Go, do a crime.
Yes.
Go, do a crime. I love walking up to the Sachi golems and offering my hammer. Go, do a crime. It's great.
Ox's favorite thing to do. Ox loves to commit crime.
Chaos.
Commit crime. Manslaughter.
Be gay, do crime.
Yeah.
You cry.
Now for like post-sad RP gremlin hours.
Yeah.
Where is Plum?
The best kind of
Starting the game.
post-sad RP. Gremlin.
Why do I not have Plum?
Micro. Mini red.
Thank you for Shabby.
I believe that is danger.
Oh, it's windy.
Spooky clouds.
No rain.
Mutant isn't a species at the time.
Well, we use it as a species because what do we count?
I can't do very much of like the snorty
Tend to be quite interesting.
because my nose is stuffed up so much.
God, they're is that a tiny? Oh my god.
What the fuck am I looking at?
I'm
They are small.
not
It is a
sure
simple.
what we're looking at.
Very simple.
They are
thing.
tiny. They are tiny.
I like this
I wanna-
one. This one is adorable.
Why are they so tiny?
I like the aquatic features. Wink. No, maybe I will.
Hello, Versi. What's up?
Are you okay? You're looking for your parents.
Me?
Is this one okay?
I'm
Explain your smallness.
Like
Me too.
Medium-sized.
I mean, I could be
Bring your
small.
bigness.
Hello.
Well,
No.
I just like to
You were
say
tiny.
I like this
You were
one's
cute.
aquatic
It could be a lot of
features.
things.
Respectfully.
Can you be
Show off.
Oh why? You are a force to be reckoned with. All right, here, have a cookie.
Did that squeak?
Is that a...
Yeah, it squeaks.
No.
Sorry.
It does squeak.
It is what I thought it was.
I want to squeak it now.
Oh.
Can I squeak it?
Oh my god, it squeaks.
What?
It's a,
It squeaks.
yep, that gave me a little bit of serotonin. Not gonna lie.
Cool.
It's those little things.
Oh, look at you, Raya.
Hello.
Prepping for winter.
It is winter.
I was gonna say, you prepping, you a little late.
I don't really have to.
Long tail.
Not you, I mean
Oh.
Raya.
Oh.
It is winter.
winter.
Hello.
I mean, officially winter only started about
Hi, Ray.
5 weeks ago.
My nose stuffed up.
Oh.
Well, still do
I
be winter
noticed.
already.
Don't like it.
Do you need to sneeze?
No.
Here.
Do you need to snort?
Not sure what I'm witnessing right now.
Snort.
The small ones are now surrounding you.
Oh, there it is.
You have become their prey.
Oh, they're okay. They're
That's how
going.
that works.
They're going. Are you joining in on this? Because I know you did that yesterday.
Documentary.
I'm gonna stretch my legs. See if anything changed on the outside.
bites to the ankle.
Okay.
Here it goes.
I'm gonna stretch my legs. Oh,
Blood loss.
I'm here now.
Wounds.
I'm not.
I'm here now. I'm here now.
Watch out,
So,
I am watching. Is it time for
You know
the
what?
hunt?
Maybe I'll be small too.
Oh, there it is. All right, there it is. There it is.
Is it time for the hunt? They got a button.
Wait, I
This
can't flip you off. I have 4 fingers.
No?
Glover.
Ah, yes. I mean,
You too have one of those.
All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what else I have in my lunchbox.
2 fingers.
I don't know.
All right, here.
They never turned into a cat.
Here.
Eh.
Hold this.
I thought you made one of your own. Was that a skip it?
No, that was.
Pack of goldfish.
Frederick is the one who made the charms to turn
I'm still
people.
not used to
Oh.
being this small, honestly. It's comfy, I suppose.
Hey,
I see
yep.
why I turn small sometimes.
You can eat them. Don't eat the packaging.
Honestly, I do kind of
Share with people if they ask.
What's the matter? Huh?
Gold.
What's that?
Not gold.
So are you mad thinking about
You're not going to be small.
Yes, I
I
know.
got to do whatever I want.
I'm trying to gaslight
remember
you
the-
into being small.
Yeah, remember the plushies you had to
Congratulations,
turn
small work.
into
What's
for
that?
Halloween?
We're being told
I
right
was
now.
about to say.
He's home.
Didn't you two once turn yourself into marketable plushies?
There was a place you won. That was not this Halloween. So now there's a pretty place.
Let me know if you get hungry.
This Halloween, I think they turned into stuff.
Have you seen mine? At least in the areas that are functional.
First things first, getting all those back up after you deal with the big bad guy.
She fucking crying.
Just feel free to put the job up and maybe the shutdown. I'm sure we'd be willing to help.
Hello.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What?
At least I really know that there's jobs like this.
Hi. Oh. So his Claptus is what his name is. Made this fucking thing. Oh fucking Christ. Oh what the. And then he decided to make one of Cord. That one's name is Oxcord.
Oh, there's still big bad.
And then apparently he made one of mine.
Oh god.
Now to do it. Oh yeah.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
there's
Hold on.
no peace here.
So you're a fan of FNAF, right? What if I made you a little suit for this little one, like a little animatronic suit?
Plague, I think.
Yeah, they dealt with that, but I think even further back,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Of him?
the Forbidden Z. I mean, they're having it round
Yeah.
now.
Sorry, I wish to terrorize people.
I heard about them.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to do to me.
Man.
Yep. Oh well. I guess
can't
sacrifices is being made. Sorry.
Oh Jesus. Oh, and then his made one of me, but he decided to use a Chaos Emerald in the process.
Wait, what?
So now everywhere, yeah, no, and apparently it escaped. So now everywhere I go, I feel like it's somewhere watching me.
There's a
He's
little
here.
girl somewhere.
He's watching you up above.
Where? But where is he?
Gone.
I'm going to fight God.
Gonna sugarcoat it. German suplex.
Oh dear sweet God, what is happening?
I'm.
Where are they? Fuck.
If I come across.
What are the sack boys?
We're small now.
Well, I'm
Hello, thank you for your right, Scarlet.
self-coward.
I mean, I feel like the other half would be good trying to get to wherever.
You know, I was flipping you off, and then I forgot I don't have fingers.
Yeah, no, crazy.
Welcome to my world as well.
Only nubs.
What are these?
Fucking demi-planes, man.
Can I?
Clover. Welcome to my world being small as well. I don't have fingers either.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, Albon.
I don't know what I'm
Part of
gonna
me was
do.
easy.
Hi.
Slade is the line leader, and then all of them guys.
It's over there. I have the high ground. Why do I have the high ground?
It's the same symbol as the Arctis tour. Hello, baby. Hello. I was gonna cast thaumaturgy back at them. Anyway.
Whoa, hi.
Hi.
Hello. Yes.
Okay, that scared me a bit.
Just read through the thing. Read through the thing, Aries. I hope you two
I'll give
are
it a second.
having
I'm
fun.
distracted anyway.
Fine. Other two relaxing. Not here.
Cast thaumaturgy back at.
I get ya. And Cordelia. Also.
Go on premonition.
Yeah.
Go on premonition.
Should I be
By the
concerned about what your
arms by the arms.
Someone's getting mad. Holy shit. That'll be fine.
Listen, the fingertips are skin at least.
Rip in peace.
So,
Question about this hoodie.
He'll be okay.
hands are,
Why?
Are those strings supposed to be chewed?
nerve damage.
Not really, but
Lot of
Ash will just
burns
kind of
and a
choose
lot of
them
bites.
anyways. There's really nothing you
They're
can
pretty
do.
much permanently fucked.
Bah.
I ain't no healer.
Pretty much.
I was actually kind of wondering if they were
I could
I
probably
can weld
get
things
those
someone
together,
ones or
but I
not.
can't weld skin together.
Yeah.
I could probably get someone to magically heal my hands back to being fine, but they're reminders.
Oh.
If you need surgery, I can help.
When we literally had to knock her out. You
About
see
what
the
exactly?
kind of my daughters.
It's a secret, I cannot tell.
When they grow older and don't take a certain medicine, they will become feral.
I promise people I will.
After all, never. By now she
Is
has
that
been
fucking arcade
last
machine on it?
life.
No, that's not an arcade machine.
She didn't
Like,
take
it
that
is.
medicine.
Why
due
would I
to-
hold an arcade machine? I have supplies to fucking redo the medical supplies.
Oh no,
God
Oh,
damn.
it looks like an arcade
Whatever it
machine.
is, it's for Jilly.
Here, hey.
I have to literally knock her unconscious and get the medicine.
Alright, you can.
your hands?
You
I think that's Fred for Jilly.
With Frederick and
My hands have been like this for years. Nerve, fire, and bites.
Old habit.
This is years ago. They're not recovering. My hands are permanently fucked.
the term chaos in a
No amount of magic.
It was a danger
between us. I'm sure magic can.
But it was treatable. That's the difference.
It's a reminder.
Yes. Before she became
No safe amount of magic will fix that shit. That's a better word for
I'm
it.
not just going to.
I'm not they're really testing that theory, but
There he is.
hello.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Welcome back. You know
Please
this place
feel
better
free
than
to
me.
walk around if
I
you
got
want.
caught up in bullshit, but I'm here now.
All right.
You know this
How's
place
your
better
neighbor
than
getting?
me. You know we're running private
So
conversations.
he's still not here?
The Ecliptus is helping.
Yeah, I
They're
guess
just
it
hanging
might
out?
depend on
Pay
if
the
you had met
piper, if you know
Snuggly
what I mean.
beforehand and she had told you about
Hmm.
her sister.
Of course. Sarah,
Let me find on the
she didn't
ground.
know she had one.
I'm getting out of armor.
Yeah, that probably
Twins?
puts-
You two don't know.
What the?
I mean, I don't know who my actual dad is.
Does it just
from
come
my
off?
mom,
Like,
or
where's
if
it
I have
go?
any
What? I
siblings.
hold. I don't understand.
Hardly used to be the same person.
I'm gonna say yeah,
I'm
gonna go check the parking lot again, dear. You enjoy your time resting.
You know what? Fuck it, I'll leave it down here. I was gonna try and drop it off near the. There's now multiple of you. There's now multiple small gremlins. Careful the packages. Careful. Careful. No, careful.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to see the gremlin, and now I see them bullying.
What do you take? I'm trying to take some. I'm being mauled.
Oh dear, mold with adorableness. No.
It's all strapped in. What do you think is gonna happen?
Weight training, Fable. It's weight training.
It's weight training. You have to learn to move with something that moves.
It's how you get swole. That's what we were doing outside. We were trying to move while firing bows and arrows.
Alright, I'm gonna move the
You think if you can come to the bunny reserve and
Right.
let me measure you so I can make the ready suit for you
My gear over.
later? Okay. Yeah.
Ass.
Yeah. Alright, now to figure out where people are.
Something. I heard something. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, it's Ox.
Oh. Oh.
Ox, you want a pixie stick?
pixie stick.
Yeah, you can't go in that way. Sadly.
They're gonna try.
Yeah, they're gonna try. You know, it's fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
I won't stop them.
Well.
But yeah, we were talking before you came in, Robin. We
Wow.
were also talking about yeah, the fact that I piss people off a lot, but nothing has actually really happened to me.
Oh. Knife. If they bring out the knife, they'll just instantly get the pew pew pew.
He might get it. He might get
I'm fucking dying.
You know how it is.
Wildly out of context. For example, the racist situation was because Dylan was mentioning it earlier. She got attacked by a vampire outside of the Lotus.
I don't really know you.
Okay.
I can't form an opinion. I can't form an opinion until I get to know people. It's
I'm trying.
thing of mine. I don't like forming opinions.
Means that doubles both of your chances of survival.
Honestly, I think if I ever saw another.
Sorry.
Everybody was just like, what the fuck are you on about? He's not allowed back on the station anymore. That's the thing. That paladin is not allowed back.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Come down there after people don't properly kill him out. Aegis doesn't actually finish
Remember,
the job.
but if that's something I did do,
I remember your face when you did it too.
Fuck. Then again, I'm also not really one to talk.
Peer pressure, peer pressure.
Always
under pressure.
I'd be giving you a hug for New Year's. I'd be giving you a hug for New Year's anyway, so.
Yes, I just made a new rap. Under pressure, peer pressure coming down on you.
You
It's
know,
peer
I've
pressure
lost
to
track
go
of what's
on
going
missions
on.
soon.
I do
Peer pressure.
Yo.
Oh, but they're gone.
I will
Track him down.
Oh my god. here. He's here. Little guy. Is he the little guy?
It's like 99% of my personality. Hi, Ox. What can I do for you? Do you want another pixie stick?
Make a dragon run.
You're having a good time, aren't you?
Them walks through me. Are they okay? Hey, are you?
Slate Gremlin isn't real, he can't hurt you. Slate Gremlin is real and he can't hurt you.
I see. Oh, well, enjoy yourselves.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you see someone in big
When it
plate
comes
armor,
to
it's
cutting
easier
and
to.
piercing. Oh, hey, Hanako. There's something I
Hello.
wanted to ask in regards to getting that curse off you. I'm not sure if Dylan's still here, but I was thinking. Apparently, they're able to do scrying, so we might finally be able to get some information.
That sounds like a threat.
No, it was just something. I didn't know Noru personally, because this happened way before I joined HS, but.
Hi, Sam. Why do you always sit right in the middle of the floor?
Wrong place. Go to Saphira.
But yeah, no, like, she was like one of the most peace-loving people there was. Like, you know, she despised the thought of killing people. So for her just to suddenly come back and she has now slaughtered a whole police station.
You peak.
They,
Sorry, you've just peaked
they
on Cupcake's
were just
major
lost.
interests. You peaked Cupcake's interest. Cupcake kind of want to know more.
I don't know the story of it personally, because like I said, it was way before my time.
No, one of Cupcake's interests is like a normal rage and races.
Well, like that's the thing as well. Every single Naiad that I've met, they've been perfectly fine. Yeah.
What did the Naiads choke it up to be?
Are you hiding down there?
What did the other Naiads choke it up to be? Chalk it up to be, sorry.
They didn't know either.
They're probably downstairs.
Like I said, it was so unlike.
Axel's like, no, I'm not hiding down here. What are you talking about? I'm not hiding.
Oh, you're here
I'm not hiding.
Like they had an issue with authority figures, but apart from that, they were like one of the nicest people that you could meet.
That's fine.
Like hell, they normally refuse to carry even like lethal weapons. Like they normally just had like
Oh, Cupcake knows people like that.
Yeah, like that's how much they normally hated, like, you know, just the idea of killing people. So that's just how out of the blue it was, and of course, Saphira City News kind of took that and ran with it, saying like, you know.
Already did that.
Cupcake fucking despises the corporate controlled news.
Yeah, no, it's, to be honest, it's why I totally ignored them and then just signed up with them later.
There he goes.
Well, like, out of all the corporations, if Cupcake could just make a few
He's so thirsty. It's okay. Why are you punching me? And why? Why? Okay, you know what? Here,
Very angry.
you get airtime out.
Put down.
Okay, now you're speaking. There you go. Why are you so angry?
Angry.
Okay, no fighting. Don't do. Be nice. Be nice. Yeah.
Oh. Untie his shoes.
Why are you untying my shoes?
Okay, I'm not gonna.
You know what? Nope. Pick up. You get airtime out again.
Tie shoes together.
Okay.
Coffee has a bigger hatred for like the Lotus.
You know, I've met a few people like that, and
Anger is all he knows. Teamwork. Buggers.
See if any
I
more
know
of those
common, I swear.
ashen, whatever you call them. All I know is that they're crispy. Hi, I'm Dylan. I do a lot of magic stuff.
My eyeballs hurt.
I was told that the people need to do scrying to locate the person that did the thing.
They're crispy. They
If
look
they,
crispy.
if they made that,
About
then
it.
I should be able to kind of trace that back to them if they're on this plane.
Your face looks familiar.
I mean, I figured since they're probably the one who originally put that on them.
Okay, yeah, come here. I need.
I'm gonna hope to whatever deities are out there that this isn't a dead end.
Magic circle on the ground real quick.
Oh, let me stand back so I don't interfere with it.
It's a chalk.
Alright,
It'll
little ones,
disappear afterwards.
please, little ones, please get out of the medical bay. They need some space.
They don't need to be that far. I'm just putting down
If you want me to punch you, player, maybe say so.
There's always secret
Did you check
Oh, here
it? Did
comes
you
the
check his other
gremlins.
shoe? Always gotta check your other shoe.
Oh my goodness.
I
want this one. Come here.
You want the little?
Construct seems to be making some aggressive movements as well, so be aware. It is taking the shape of rogue.
making appearances in front of people.
His appearance. No, I got a good look at him.
Tab again. You see mandates and rules, and they're all in archaic, unreadable. But then you see one slowly start to transform to common, and you see that it is also in Higgs's handwriting. The construct is to be removed on site through any force necessary.
Then it is to be removed. Wonderful. Now that we're aware of that, do what you must. We are not having a mass.
Hello.
Comments start to be transcribed. I will not harm any individual.
Apple. That's about time for me to get off second. Sorry for my maybe play a bunch of video games before I go sleepy.
Relax. You look like you need it. You know, you could sit yourself in the backpack if you want.
Go.
Go? Alright, we're going this way.
No. No.
Alright, relax, people.
And you guys?
Different one.
Yep. Ox has little nubs for feet.
And why I punched you. Triggering that memory.
You wet the place.
No, the purple entity was a keeper. The construct is currently taking the form of
If I can't find Apple in the next few minutes, I'm gonna pop out because I got a sleepy. Oh, Apple. Apple. I go.
Go.
Hi.
Wait.
I go. Mama. Me mama momo mama mama me. Me mama momo momo momo. Me mama momo me mama momo. We go. We're gonna end and then get off and then we think. I'm gonna go do the dishes and get ready for bed because I'm tired. Let's get Uzu. Get Uzu. Excuse me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. I hope you guys had a good time today. I will see you guys soon. I don't remember when the next event is, but I'll let you know and I'll see you. Good night. God bless.